Thank you, Quetzali, and hi, Stephanie. I'm glad to be here and with you and with all of these women around the world. So, my question is, what do you consider to be your biggest challenge as a woman when you broke into the WWE in your early days?
Oh boy, well I grew up in WWE, so it's a little different for me. It's not like I was a talent that came in and had to break through and all of that good stuff. So my perspective is different. I guess what would be one of my biggest challenges, I mean, but this is challenging for a different way. It's not because of my gender at all, but facing Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania for sure was one of my biggest challenges, personally or professionally. And she's amazing, by the way, but so amazing that I had to really train to, get up to even be able to showcase her, right? Because it was Ronda's debut in WWE. So Ronda Rousey is a former UFC champion. She was the first women's champion in UFC, the first female Hall of Famer for UFC. She was the first woman, first American, period, to medal in the Olympics for judoka. So just a really an incredible person who has such a huge heart and incredible backstory, but she's tough, really tough. And it was her debut in WWE. And so it was up to us. It was actually a tag match. She teamed with Kurt Angle, who's an Olympic gold medalist, against me and my husband, Triple H, who's one of the most iconic stars, right? So let's see, who's the one who doesn't belong in this professional athlete circle? Oh, that's me. So I had to train, basically 3 times a day for about 3 months. I was getting my butt kicked every day. Rhonda is so skilled, but even when she's pulling her punches, they still hurt. And that was on top of my job, on top of being an executive, on top of being a mom, on top of everything else. And being, emotionally with my husband, who, I would never want to make the business look bad. I certainly would never want to make him look bad in the event that my father created, WrestleMania, in front of over 80,000 people live in attendance. And that's, it's a little bit of pressure, certainly. But that was one of my biggest challenges. And I learned so much about myself and what I'm capable of. And even though I was scared that I was going to screw up. I mean, I had true fear about it. But there's actually a quote that I was reminded of by my oldest daughter that I try to live by. And it's an Eleanor Roosevelt quote: to do something you're afraid of every day, and that it's a privilege, right? Like that opportunity was a privilege that not many people have. And I had the choice of whether or not I wanted to do it, and I chose to go for it. So that was one of my biggest challenges for sure.